In a cosmic saga, Captain Marvel, Ms. Marvel, and Monica Rambeau discover intertwined powers as they navigate a Kree civil war and a threat to the universe. Forming a team, the Marvels, they thwart Kree leader Dar-Ben's plan to destabilize the universe. The movie kicks off with a Kree fleet obliterating a planet and traversing a jump point. The antagonists, led by Dar-Ben, arrive on the moon and discover a vessel housing a quantum band, resembling a recognizable bangle. As Dar-Ben realizes there's another one out there, she contemplates who might possess it. In Jersey City, Kamala Khan, also known as Ms. Marvel, daydreams about teaming up with Carol Danvers, aka Captain Marvel. While geeking out in her costume, her bangle begins to glow. Suddenly, in a flash, Kamala seems to glitch and vanish. Earlier in the day, Carol is on a ship, delving into the memories stolen from her by the Kree. She now takes care of the Flirk and Kitty, Goose. Nick Fury contacts Carol from his Saber station, revealing that Monica Rambeau is working with them to investigate an anomaly. Carol is surprised to hear about Monica, forgetting that she was a child the last time they met. Flying over to the moon, Carol observes the still-open jump point over a crater and discovers evidence linking the anomaly to the Kree, particularly Dar-Ben. Simultaneously, Monica approaches the anomaly using her own powers, creating an entanglement that affects her, Carol, and Kamala. Kamala finds herself in Monica's suit, Monica ends up on the moon, and Carol crashes into Kamala's bedroom. While Carol meets Kamala's family, Mom Munima, Dad Yusuf, and brother Amir, Monica faces off against Kree villains storming the moon who target Carol, referring to her as the Annihilator. Carol returns to action, fights the villains, and attempts to report to Fury that the Kree are targeting Skrulls at their sanctuary on Tarnax. Fury reveals he's working on peace talks with both species. Meanwhile, Kamala returns home, excited to learn that Carol was there, and Monica goes back to Fury, discovering the power switch involved Kamala. On Tarnax, the Skrull Emperor Droga engages in a conversation with Dar-Ben, who is dedicated to restoring her homeworld of Hala. She attempts to persuade Droga that their joint efforts are aimed at reconciliation, but her true intention is to convince the Skrulls to lower their defenses, allowing her to siphon off the planet's energy. While the negotiations were taking place on Tarnax, Carol explored the Kree ship in orbit. When a soldier spotted her, she utilized her powers to launch an attack. The three women switch again, and this time, Kamala inadvertently grabs Goose, who had swallowed 2 Kree goons. Goose then expelled the goons after switching back to her home. They then launch an attack on the Khans, causing chaos and destruction in their house. Carol is switched back to the house to confront the henchmen. Meanwhile, Kamala finds herself on Fury's station, assisting him in a fight against adversaries, and Monica is unexpectedly involved in a confrontation at the Khan residence. After dealing with the villains, Kamala returns home, and the family is visited by Fury and Monica, who explain the unusual situation. When Kamala attempts to demonstrate her powers, she gets switched with Carol. Monica elucidates their quantum entanglement, prompting Carol to search for a way to bring Kamala back. However, the teen ends up falling through the sky. Monica, still mastering her flying abilities, rushes to save her, and they find themselves on Dar-Ben's ship, confronted by the villain and her henchmen. Prior to Dar-Ben executing her plan to harm Monica and Kamala, Carol intervenes, rescuing them. Dar-Ben proceeds to implement her scheme on Tarnax's surface, opening a jump point to drain the atmosphere towards Hala. The trio of heroes evacuates the Skrulls and transports them aboard their ship as Tarnax faces destruction. The Kree make their way back to Hala, now revived with breathable air. Dar-Ben, addressing her followers, blames Carol for their downfall, attributing it to her destruction of the Supreme Intelligence and the subsequent Kree civil war that ravaged their planet. Despite her plan to rejuvenate Hala's son, her second-in-command, Tyrone, cautions her about the potential dangers of obtaining energy from the other quantum band, which could result in her own destruction. Carol contacts Valkyrie, who arrives via the Bifrost to escort the Skrulls to safety in New Asgard. While expressing her mixed feelings about joining a team, Carol receives assurance from Valkyrie that it might turn out well for her. After their departure, Monica approaches Carol to address lingering emotions due to their long separation. Working together with Kamala, they attempt to trace Dar-Ben's whereabouts using technology that allows them to peer into each other's memories. During this process, Monica glimpses a poignant memory of her mother Maria conversing with Carol during Maria's battle with cancer, a time when Monica had been blipped. Overwhelmed by the moment, Monica severs the link, prompting Kamala to embrace both women in a comforting hug. Persisting in their efforts, the trio, informally dubbed the Marvels, deduces that Dar-Ben is en route to the planet Aladana to drain its oceans. As they journey toward Aladana, Kamala discovers that her family is being looked after by Fury, with Muniba entrusting Carol and Monica to watch over her daughter. Before venturing to the planet, the heroes collaborate to bring their interchanging abilities under control. On Aladana, the residents communicate through song. Carol discloses to Monica and Kamala that she holds a technical title as the Princess of the People due to assisting Prince Yen with legal issues. Carol engages in conversation with Yen, seeking assistance from his army to combat Dar-Ben while safeguarding his people from her impending assault. A conflict erupts as the Kree arrive via jump points, and Yen's army mobilizes with him at the forefront. Carol and Monica struggle to effectively confront Dar-Ben without their powers glitching. Observing that Kamala possesses the other quantum band, Dar-Ben attempts to capture her, but is unsuccessful. She proceeds to open a jump point, initiating the absorption of the planet's water and its transmission to Hala. The Marvels then swiftly navigate away, eluding enemy ships, before teleporting to another location. Carol confides in Monica and Kamala, acknowledging that everything unfolding is her responsibility, stemming from her destruction of the Supreme Intelligence. This guilt has kept her from returning home to Earth. Once the trio reconciles, they discover Dar-Ben's plan to open the final jump point to absorb the sun. In response, they alert Fury to evacuate everyone at Saber. Simultaneously, the eggs they were studying reveal a surprise, a batch of fleur kittens hatching, adding a touch of unexpected warmth to the intense situation. The Marvels swiftly arrive at the Saber station, utilizing the fleur kittens to ingest and transport everyone inside their stomachs, fitting all into a single evacuation pod. Under Fury's guidance, the Khans join the effort, ensuring everyone's safe evacuation. The trio then confronts Dar-Ben in a 3-on-1 showdown, successfully maintaining control over their powers to deliver a relentless beating. A decisive strike from Monica propels the villain into a wall, impaling her with falling debris. Carol suggests using Dar-Ben's energy to restore Hala's sun. Despite appearing to agree, Dar-Ben, upon removal of the debris, attacks Kamala, seizing her bangle. She tears open a rift in time and space, resulting in her own explosive demise. To close the breach, Carol and Kamala each empower Monica, enabling her to seal it from the other side. Tragically, Monica becomes stranded, while Carol and Kamala sadly return to Earth. Keeping her promise, Carol contributes to the restoration of Hala's sun. Subsequently, she aids the Khans in relocating to the Rambo's former residence in Louisiana. Kamala, now forming a connection with her idol, contemplates their future moves together. In New York, Kamala leverages Fury's technology to collect information on Kate Bishop. Emulating Fury's approach, she attempts to recruit Kate, mirroring his strategy with Tony Stark, setting the stage for the Young Avengers. In the post-credits scene, Monica awakens in a bed and encounters someone who seems to be Maria. However, when Monica addresses her as her mother, Maria does not seem to recognize her. Subsequently, Monica is greeted by none other than Hank McCoy, Beast, who refers to Maria as binary. Monica discovers that she is inside the X-Mansion, and Beast mentions that Charles is requesting updates. And the movie ends here. Thank you for watching, and I highly recommend watching the entire movie as it is incredibly enjoyable. If you haven't already, please consider subscribing to our channel, so you can stay updated and receive notifications whenever we upload new videos.